Welcome to our six-part series, Are Employee Relations Issues Keeping You Up at Night? My name is Kendall Scott and I'm the Manager for the Employee Relations Advice Centre here at CCI. The ERAC team take around 33,000 calls per year on employment matters. One of the key issues that we deal with is award coverage, and so today, as part one of the series, we're going to be covering off on award obligations. Specifically, we're going to have a look at how award coverage works, national versus state system, and the risks associated with non-compliance. So an award is a legally binding determination that is made by an industrial tribunal. There's both a national tribunal and a state tribunal. Generally, awards are made through consultation, applications put in by various interested parties, usually unions or employer groups, and then the Commission will ask questions and inform themselves and then make a determination that sets minimum wages and conditions for a particular industry sector or, in some cases, occupations. There are two types of awards. There's national and state awards, and which ones apply to a business depends on whether a business is a national system employer or a state system employer. National system employers are businesses that are incorporated under the Corporations Act. Usually they'll have proprietary limited or incorporated after their name, and they do have to be either a trading, foreign or financial corporation. State system employers, on the other hand, are businesses that are not incorporated under the Corporations Act. Typically, it would usually consist of partnerships, sole traders and some trusts. So award conditions are statutory minima employment conditions that businesses need to comply with. These might include, for example, minimum wages for particular employees and the type of work that they're doing. It might include penalty rates for shift work, weekend work, public holiday work, overtime work, for example. Can also include things like annual leave loading, and also non-monetary components such as having to consult with an employee if you're looking to implement redundancies, for example. If a business doesn't comply with these requirements, then there's potential for businesses to be fined significant amounts of money. In terms of liability, this can be liability that's incurred by the business itself, so fines can be up to $54,000 per breach for businesses, or up to $10,800 per breach for individuals. So that can include directors, business owners, for example, who may be held personally liable. That covers, then we also need to look at whether the classifications, that is the types of jobs in the award, fit what the employees are doing in that particular business. So sometimes you might have an industry award that covers the industry you're in, but there won't be classifications that fit what your employees are doing, in which case the award might not cover you. If there's no industry award, there are some occupational awards that only cover employees in a particular stream or type of work. So we would always look to that as a secondary measure for award coverage. In the case where there's no industry award, or there's an industry award with no classification coverage, or there's no occupational award, then generally employees will be award-free. However, there is also a minimum wage for award-free employees that needs to be complied with. Modern awards apply in a similar fashion to state awards. They are usually industry-based or occupational-based. So when we know a business is in the National Industrial Relations System, we would automatically look to the modern awards for coverage. Then we would check the industry and the occupations that staff are in and look to see if there's a match. The state awards apply in a similar fashion to modern awards. We would usually look to the scope clause, which outlines who the award covers. Usually state awards will apply to a particular industry, but they can also apply to a specific geographical location and employees working at that particular spot or in that locality. And they can also apply via respondency, which is a list, usually a list of employers or a list of businesses that are listed at the back of the award. In modern awards, the classifications can vary. Sometimes they will be very specific. For example, you might have a front office employee or in the hospitality industry, or a guest services employee that does housekeeping in that particular sector. There might be a classification for cooks, for chefs, so they can be quite specific, for nurses. In other awards, they may be broader and more general and just simply classified into levels based on experience. The ERAC team consists of 7 employee relations professionals, and they come from a range of backgrounds. The team have qualifications and experience across a range of industry sectors. They have qualifications in employment law, psychology, finance, human resources, generalist, and employee relations and industrial relations. So it's quite a varied group. The team provide over-the-phone advice on employment matters and human resources matters to our members. The team also create a number of information sheets that can be really useful that members can access, and we also create a number of publications on particular ER matters that can also support business in making sure that they're complying with the requirements. We can help a business with most employee relations matters, and it can be anything from a difficult performance management situation, dealing with a bullying complaint that's been raised at work, sexual harassment claims, or simply strategies to try and find quality candidates when you're recruiting. It can be about compliance with minimum wages, or how to make somebody redundant. So effectively anything to do with employment law, any human resources matters, performance management matters, the team can assist you in and support and guide you through that process.